How's it going today? This is Cliff, and what we're going to talk about today is how to turn plain piece of plywood, as you can see, she's a little covered up right now, into custom cut window sill. Basically, a lot of people don't think about that. So you go out, you can buy your shelves, your window sills or whatever. They're going to charge you a little bit more money. You can get this 4x8 sheet of window sill of plywood. It's 3/4 inch, way under 20 bucks, easily under the 20 bucks. So what we did on this project, we basically took some drywall and made it some templates. You know, as you can see on here, we got 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces, and we got 1, 2, 3, 4 spots. So we just made some drywall templates, mainly because we had to cover them up anyway as we were working. So it just ended up working like that. Other than that, you can measure them and cut them, you know, whichever works best for you. So we had the drywall template, and because we had a funky little notch for when they installed the windows, you had the little brace in there, as you can see. So what we did was we cut it, basic circular saw. We didn't put out the top, you know, cut it with a basic circular saw. And then once you cut it, you make sure you got the nice side of the plywood. So the plywood is gonna have 2 different sides. It's gonna have so you want to get the nicest side of the plywood, and then you want to install it with whatever means you have. On this board we use screws and we use our brad nailer, but then we went back and after we brad nailed, we used our wood filler. You know, dries in 15 minutes. You can see it. You know, we're sanding it down. And then also with the plywood, as you can see, it's got not a friendly edge. So we bought our edging, basic install. You measure, heat it up, install it with an iron. You know, it's got the adhesive on it. And then on this particular case, we had some spots that just basically did not want to stick, so we hit it with a little Loctite, and then we trimmed it off. You can use your router, or you can use a brand new utility knife. Just take your time, trim it off, and then we sand it. We sand it with a basic 100 grit piece of your basic store-bought 100 grit, and then we hit it with a light coat of clear polyacrylic. This is going to be a matte finish. You know, so you go from stage 1, basic plywood, on stage 1, template. Stage 2, basic plywood, mark cut. Stage 3, install with your fasteners and your putty. Wait 15 minutes. Stage 4, install your banding along the edge, trim it off. 5, sand it down. Sand it down, get all your dust and debris off of it. And once that's done, get your polyacrylic, put your nice little coat on there. You end up with, hope you guys can see that pretty well at home, end up with your nice custom window sill. And I'll give you a couple of more examples. Hopefully you can see that. It looks pretty good. That one's still drying. This one's still drying. But this is what the homeowner wanted. Normally I put a little pop of color or something in it, because as you can see, we're in a nice size living space, and it'd be nice you come in to pop color. But they like, you know, they want an all natural look. So what we're gonna do is once that's done, we're gonna throw in our trim. And so this is how we're gonna be rocking our trim up on there. I'll give you guys a little preview before we finish the install. Just bear with me 1 second so you can see how it's gonna turn out. Sorry about that, I'm on the one camera today. But that's just the basic, what it's gonna basically look like. You know, we got the trim, we gotta put your little piece in the middle. Then we're gonna have our trim up under the bottom. You know, looks good.